Okay, so 100 minutes out of every day, a teen commits suicide around the world. Every 100 minutes. I think that's way too high. There's a lot of pressure that comes with teens who commit suicide. Like 50% of suicides are from depression, and 5 months ago I was in that place. I was depressed, I was struggling, I felt like I didn't have any friends. I really don't think I did, because all of the friends that I did had they left in my worst times, and that's kind of how you know when you have real friends. My parents had just gone through a divorce, so that was really hard, and they're great people, and I wanted to talk to them about it, but I just felt like I couldn't, and so I was just really struggling with telling people about it, and I just got to a really bad place. So I was hurting like so bad inside that I remember one night I just laid in my bed. And I just like looked up at the ceiling, and I thought like I'm worthless. Like I'm not good at anything. I wasn't good at art. I wasn't good at sports. I dabbled into things. I tried new things, but I just wasn't really great at anything. So I decided, you know what? Instead of sitting here, I'm going to take initiative to fix it. I don't have any self-worth. I felt like I didn't have any. I wasn't good at anything. So the way I was going to build my self-worth, the way I was going to build my confidence, was I was going to go out and I was going to put myself through one of the hardest things a human could ever endure, running, and there I would find confidence. There I would find success. There I would find myself. So I tried out for I signed up my name for the AHS cross-country team, which was absolutely probably the best decision I think I've ever made in my life. I was scared as heck, because just imagine, I'm standing in this room, and I'm standing with all of these seniors and juniors, and they're tall, and they've just got these really muscular legs, and they're like just tall, and they just look so conditioned, and I have had no running previous experience in my life. No experience. I hate running. If you ask anyone, I absolutely hate to run. Like, I'm not running. So I signed my name up on that sheet, and I showed up the first day of cross-country practice. And it was scary. It was nerve-wracking, because I didn't know what we were going to do. I didn't know what to expect. Like I said, I had no previous running experience. I just kind of put myself out there. So I'm on the starting line with all the juniors and seniors, and we're about to go on a 3-mile run, which I had no idea it's going to be 3 miles. I thought it was just going to be a mile or something. So we start running down, what's that street, Fulton? And we're just booking it, like running as fast as we can. And I'm at the very back, because I'm like, I'm not comfortable with this. Everybody just starts charging, and it's like a whole herd of people, and I'm just like way back here just trying to keep up, barely. And yeah, so I come in like way last, and I mean, I was upset. So I felt like I failed, because everybody was standing at the finish line, and I'm just over here making my way, jogging to the finish line, and it's hard. It's hard to be, 4 blocks behind your group the first day. Like that knocks down your confidence a lot, if you have any. So I got into my mom's car, and I started crying, because I was just upset. I felt like, I tried, but I hadn't achieved. But I went out there the next day, I put myself back out there, and I tried again, and the next day it was easier. The next day I was able to keep up with my group, and I slowly started to progress. As the weeks followed, I felt better about myself. I felt like I was getting somewhere. And so, I had this dream kind of in my mind. I was like, what if I could pass these varsity juniors and seniors, these really tall girls running? And it was just kind of a dream. I was like, oh, maybe it's not possible. But after weeks and weeks of trying, now I run ahead of the varsity juniors and seniors. And now I'm very successful, I think, in my own running. I have had failures in being at the front of the group. I have gotten left behind. I've gotten lost 4 blocks behind the group. I got lost one day in the Sleepy Hollow neighborhood. Scariest moment of my life. I think I passed a bush 4 times. And I was like, I come back to the bush, I'm like, dadgummit, I thought I went this way. And so, yeah, I finally found my way back somehow, and they were all just waiting on me like, come on, it's been 30 minutes. So I've had my failures, but I've also had great success. I had one of my best runs out of my whole entire life, and I broke my time on the 3-minute mile, which was 23 to 24 minutes, which I think is pretty good for booking it. So just really proud of myself and the success that's come out of cross country. So how does that relate to the audience? Whenever we're put in hard situations, there are things that we hold within ourselves that we don't tell anyone else. Our deepest secrets, our deepest lies, our deepest insecurities, stuff that we don't want to talk about, stuff that we don't even tell our family members, because we know that's deep, deep down inside, and we don't want to get near it, get close to it, touch it. We want to stray away from it because it's comfortable when we're away from it. But I realize that the more farther I stay away from that, the more comfortable I get with being away from the stuff that I hate to do, the weaker I get. And so my thing was, I pushed towards what I'm uncomfortable with. You know, I was insecure about my body. I still am. I still look in the mirror and sometimes I am insecure. I'm insecure. I think my coach hates me. That's something that I'm scared about. But the only way to get past that is to face it every day and to figure out, how am I going to get past that? Maybe thinking positive thoughts, maybe running, maybe trying something physical. But that was my thing, because we have this mechanism in our brain, and as soon as we're pushed to any kind of discomfort, we stray away from it. We're like, oh no, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Think about push-ups, right? When we do push-ups, I don't know how many of you can do push-ups, but you start to feel pain, and so you stop. You back off. Your body's like, no. But you've backed off because of a little pain? Because the worst part about running, it's not the pain that you feel in your legs. It's the pain that your mind creates. David Goggins was a world marathon runner. He completed a marathon. He broke so many bones in both of his feet, a failed kidney, and he was dehydrated completely. And he finished the whole race. Was one of the best runners out of that whole race. So how much pain was he really feeling, and how much pain was his mind really creating? Because our mind, it can twist and create the craziest things. So my thing is to you, the audience, I encourage you to push to your goals, push to the pain, push to your insecurities. Take a minute, sit there and think, why do I get defensive when somebody criticizes me? Why do I not like it when people talk about my body? Why do I get scared when I think about eating something? You know, why do I have those insecurities? And deal with them and sit there and think about, why am I afraid of me? Because at the end of the day, you are your worst enemy. At the end of the day, there's that great African proverb, if there is no enemy on the inside, the enemy on the outside can do no harm. Meaning, if you're not afraid of your own self, if I'm insecure about something, then everybody else can hurt me. If I'm not insecure about something, nobody else can hurt me. Who's going to stop me? I don't know how else to put it. Maybe let's say somebody had a gun to your head. If you're not afraid of dying, what is there to be afraid of? So the enemy inside is you. You are your worst enemy to the T. And I know a lot of you know that. But I'm just saying, I would encourage, how I got over my depression was through cross country, was through finding success in myself, was through facing the hardest things I think I've ever had to in running. Because I'm tired when I run. I ran 5 miles the other day and I was tired at the end of it. And my mind started telling me, oh, you're fat, you're never going to do this, you're never going to achieve this, the coach doesn't even like you, but you just have to keep pushing. So, thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk and coming out here. So.